Hi everyone, Vladimir is here and today I'm going to do a short review of the game called Rezrog. So Rezrog is a dungeon crawler where you take your party of explorers, one at a time, to go through the world. The game is styled like a tabletop. Each level is a dungeon that literally takes place on the table. Every character is a tabletop figure and so the fighting happens in that manner. The game has plenty of good sides, namely, the style fits the dungeon crawling perfectly. The board is revealed room by room. Each room appears like lots of tabletop pieces dropping onto the table. And when monster gets killed, he is moved outside the room, placed nearby, like you would do with the board game when piece leaves the board. The 2D characters figures also change the looks depending on gear equipped, which is pretty cool and unusual for dungeon crawling games. There's an interesting approach to character death. When character is defeated, he gets imprisoned instead. That means that he gets locked on a specific level and you need to rescue him with another character. If you run out of characters, well, you lose the game permanently, I think. Although it never came to it when I was playing. The graphics are really good. The 3D lighting is very well done, making dungeons more immersive than ever. The difficulty is also very challenging, especially in the beginning. You need to utilize every feature of the game to be successful. Use the abilities, make sure to be well equipped, purchase consumables and use them timely. Having said that, the game is not hard to get into. The UI is very clear and you won't need to go through walls of text to understand how things work. Skills can be freely swapped between characters. This is a double-edged sword and I'll elaborate later on that, but the good side is that you can customize any character to use pretty much any skill, at least as far as I've been playing, and also it kind of enhances the prison system. You cannot equip the skill if the character that got imprisoned was using this skill, so you have to free the character first. Having said that, the game has bad sides, and I think it's fair if I mention them. Namely, first one is the weapon shop. And those items from there do not have stats revealed until you actually buy them. You can't even see level requirements on them. And essentially the shop is a slightly improved slot machine. You know the type of the item that you are getting, but you have no idea what will it be. This seriously hinders strategizing and progression to some extent, and I think this is the biggest problem with the game. The content at the beginning can get a bit grindy, because if your character gets imprisoned, you need to go through the levels and level up your other characters to match his level, and there are not that many monsters at the start, although I still had fun. There's also the issue with the class difference, because the class difference is very vague. Since skills can be transferred between classes, the only thing that makes a difference is the natural growth of attributes, and well, it just doesn't feel much different, to be honest. There are also occasional bugs, like sometimes your character jumps back to where he stood and all this happens while walking, or item description windows did not disappear when I closed the inventory 1 or 2 times during my playtime. Nothing game breaking, but you kind of get to notice those things. And ultimately, what I like about the game is how well mechanics and style work together. Dungeon crawler games are fascinating by themselves, but they often lack good representation. Like, you know, those choppy graphics, which were probably made without professional designers. And because of that, because of maybe also walls of text or difficulty to get into, those games are considered niche genre. And I think Rezrog deals with these problems perfectly, and this makes a game that can appeal to both gamers that are looking to get into the genre and maybe more seasoned dungeon crawling veterans. And based off that, I think this is just a really good game, and I can actually confidently recommend that. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more reviews, subscribe to this channel and check shortgamereviews.com occasionally. And Vladimir is out. Bye.